Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. It's a little bit chilly outside, at least if you're in Florida, it's chilly. Yes, 55 degrees. I think it'll be high of 63 today. So there's your Monday morning. And if you're still at it, then this is a Monday morning market update. Being your local realtor and economist of choice, let's take a look at some things that are happening just so you're in the know. I'm going to share my screen here and should have had this already set up. I didn't, so we're going to do it right now. Sharing the screen. Beautiful. Now we've got the infinite. I love the all the way deep in, right? The infinite mirror. We're not going to look there. We're going to look first at mortgage rates and what's happening with mortgage rates. When we look here, slightly up from what we had last week. Nothing dramatic, nothing extreme, nothing that's going to make the headlines. 30-year fix, and this is just a national news. So broker to broker, you might have some different options. You can also get points. Take a look at what would it take to get points. There's things you'll see, buy downs or a 2-1 buy down where you can pay interest off for the first 2 years, 2 points, the second year, 1 point, and then it gets back to normal. So essentially it would be a 5.09, 6.09, and then the duration at the 7. That works if you guys are thinking about doing a refinance and your finger's going to go. I surely believe it'll be dropped. The problem is if you need that to make it affordable for yourself and the market doesn't drop or adjust, then you're all of a sudden going to be finding yourself strapped and upside down. So take a look at that. See what it would take just to permanently buy it down. You still do have FHA with the cheaper, about a half a point cheaper. With that's if you have lower than 20% down payment, you're going to have PMI anyway. With a conventional loan, PMI can go away after you pay the equity or after the house appreciates. With FHA, it's the life of the loan. But again, many people who are using FHA, they are refinancing at a later time, or it's not their forever home, so they can change those terms. You can see the Monday rate trend. It's slightly negative, right? It's slightly negative because we can see some pluses, but again, it's nothing that really is changing and making headlines because it seems to be pretty stable. A lot of that stability is going to be the local economy, and we're not going to go in this too much, but I want to look at unemployment rate of 2.8. That is extremely healthy, and the unemployment rate and the GDP and everything else that rolls with it. These are more numbers we'll go to right now. But actually, let's take a look real quick. Here, 2020. Yeah, this was April 2020, March 2020. This was after and during COVID. So you can see we're still recovering from this stuff. But when we look at unemployment rate, it really got down to sub 3 back in 2022. So that's where we're staying there. Take a look at GDP, and I feel like it is going. On Wednesdays, I'm going to be doing a Wealth Wednesday, so another live segment with it. And with the live segment, we're going to talk about wealth and talk about the GDP more and talk about inflation more and talk about how you can focus on building or doing that wealth. Let's take a look at some of the real estate that we have going on and take a look at the matrix here. So just yesterday, the last 24 hours in the Central Florida area, so it's these really 6 counties. You've got Osceola, Polk, Orange, Lake, Volusia. What am I missing? Seminole. No, there you go. The one I'm sitting in right now. Seminole. So that's the 6 counties we have here. New listings, 69 new listings, 11 price increases. That's interesting that homes are getting increased. Probably clerical errors. We're going to take a look at that. This is what that I want you to look at. 94 price reductions in the last 24 hours. When we look at about 6,000 homes for sale, 94% of them had a price reduction yesterday. And when we look at how many went pending, 97 went pending. So when we look at new listings versus listings that are no longer there, we got 9 that expired and 97 that went pending. And that kind of matches a little bit of back on market of 27 versus new. So staying pretty stable there. Let's take a look at these price increases and saying, how did they go up? What made them go up, and are there some deals here? And I don't know whose listings these are, so I'm just going for it. But 120,000 for a 3-2 condo. That's interesting investment opportunity. So 120,000. What was their offer before? 110. So it's on the market back in April. They started off at 138, and then they did 110, and then they said, let's go to 120. So interesting strategy there. But hey, $120,000 for a condo. It's been on the market for 154 days. Maybe you have an interest there. 1,200 square foot. Take a look. What's the market yield? What could it yield for rent there, or if you need some space? Another one, 4-3 Winter Park pool home. Looks like a nice property. 549.9 went up to 590s. They went up $50,000. Interesting. So I don't know these. It's the first time I'm looking at this with you, and a whole bunch of brochures. It looks like there, but we take a look of what's happening in the matrix. I want to ask you guys right now: do you have any stats specifically or certain zip codes? If you have a zip code you want me to take a look at and give you an idea of what's happening in the zip code, drop it in the comment here, and I'll take a look at what that zip code is doing. When we look at the inventory, that's a lot of what we do look at, of how many months of inventory, and that's simply you take the houses for sale divided by the houses that have sold in the last 90 days and how quickly are we turning them over. As a whole, we're around 4 and 5 months, which is that middle ground that you're seeing, which is stable prices, slightly negotiated. The good ones go fast, and the other ones don't. So if you have a listing right now and you're still trying to get that high end, really what we're seeing is slightly below median and appraised value. So if it appraised for 500, you might get around 475, and that's just math, right? I don't know your house. 2-3 years ago, if it appraised for 500, you would have gotten 550 or 540. So it's just kind of balancing itself out there. But this is your Monday market update. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat here. And if you want a specific neighborhood or zip code, I'll be doing a live stream here every Monday. So drop it in and I'll make sure I earmark it, and we'll see you next week. If you like this and like the channel, then subscribe to it. Click the ding, and then Wednesday I'll be doing Wealth Wednesdays, and then for Fridays, kind of what we have going on in Central Florida for some things to do. So call it Fun Friday, just a way to say good morning. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.